7,820 pounds, a SunnyBrook Raven, roughly, I don't know, 33-foot front kitchen with rear bed slide by Winnebago Industries here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. There was a period where Winnebago was building two names out of the same location, SunnyBrook and Winnebago. They were not at all identical products. There was no equivalent Winnebago offering to this at the time. However, a lot of what you see here is actually sort of laying the groundwork for what is called today's Winnebago Mini Plus. So it's still a rig that I'm very familiar with. SunnyBrook had a basic line, they had an upscale line, and this is a member of their upscale line and is very nicely equipped. Power tongue jack, power stabilizer jacks, power awning, great storage, great seating, plenty of space, excellent for park use or seasonal use, which is why it's here. The folks had this parked on some hunting property, and basically they're just getting old enough. The cold is making their arthritis hurt enough that they're just not really up for doing this currently until they sell some things off. Then they might get something smaller here at Haylett RV and do some travel. And this is actually the second RV we've seen from these previous owners. And just like the first one, this one has been well kept. The only thing I can say, I guess, to ding it, because I always try to be fair, is just that the exterior has seen some sun fading and a little bit of cracking on the decals. Other than that, she's in pretty good shape. Despite this RV's size, and despite the fact that this is a floor plan that is really well suited for destination use, it's fully, really, travel accessible. Well, I'll say 99%. Because when the super slide is closed, there are a couple cabinets up there in the kitchen that you just won't get to. But you need to get to the fridge, you need to get to some cabinets to get some plates or some forks, make yourself a sandwich, stop in transit. You can do all of that right here. You know, we'll get the slide open in just a minute, but not all of these big trailers have that higher level of travel accessibility. So that is something that I think they did well here, and I certainly want to point out. Many times when you're in a floor plan like this, you'll have a middle bathroom door that will kind of cut the camper off, but you can see that that's not the case here. Another thing to point out, because it's more obvious right now than when the slides are open, is with this bedroom slide closed, what you can see is how big the bonus closet is right here. And that was just a classic SunnyBrook thing. They always found a way to do a little bit more, which is probably why the Winnebago trailers are so darn popular today, because the same people are really building it. It's just really been kind of rebadged and redressed as the Winnebago series travel trailers that we feature here at Haylett RV still today. Now, quick note, if you need to in transit, you can get in this door to get to the rear closet, or you can come from the front door. To get to that rear closet, you might need to do a hands and knees over the bed, but the fact is, the little bit you need to do that, really not the end of the world kind of situation. This has a 6'9" interior clearance, very much like a J-Flight travel trailer or a Freedom Express travel trailer you'd see here at Haylett RV. And that gives it a nice, bigger, more open feel, and it's really doing a heck of a job in increasing your total overhead cabinet storage capacity. This thing it's like modern and classic all at the same time. What I mean by that, we've got these great wraparound windows, but above that, if I can, camera doesn't want to work with me here, there we go. You can see how there is full storage over the windows in the slide. But it's got those classic tilt-open airflow windows, except on the slide sides. Those slide up and down for airflow, because if you left it tilted open, then close the slide, you'd obviously bust the life out of that thing. Freestanding table and chairs upgrade over the standard booth that would have been standard in this model back when it was first built. And you can see how it does have the middle extension leaf. Now, what's kind of cool is you can just leave that there the entire time, just like the previous owners did. This is exactly how it came to us. The countertops are a sealed edge pressed membrane variety. Another word for that is thermal foil. We have an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer here, and you can see how we have the larger 22-inch oven versus the smaller 16. I think I mentioned the fridge, 8 cubic foot, and as well as sink and stove covers. There's a lot to cover here, so I'm like juggling things in my head as I go. Now you've got nice raised panel hardwood cabinet doors, long-lasting pocket screwed styles. You also have a handy Max Air fan right here in the kitchen living area. Handy for just getting some excellent airflow, as well as exhausting a lot of heat if you are cooking up a storm. I really like what they did right here, though. Next to that door, and be across from the entertainment center. You've got awesome, like, walk right in the door, coat closet storage. You've got drawers below that. You have a nice spot for a TV and a swing arm mount. On the right-hand side over here, this is really going to function, I think, as your primary pantry. So you've got a, I don't know, roughly 2 foot wide by 6'9" tall pantry over here. This is a hide-a-bed sofa base. However, it is the variety that where it's just the platform and then you throw an air bed on it. Now, this was built in 2012, and I've been in this business a long time. And in 2012, sadly, the grade of air mattresses that were being used in this business were, for lack of a better word, deplorable. And thankfully, they're not really used in the business anymore. So my recommendation, for 20 bucks, you can probably get yourself a new airbed if you even care at Walmart or big box store of your choice. Sliding privacy door here can cut the trailer off, or what you can do is you can pull that privacy curtain there, shut this door, and have a private middle walk-through bathroom. Now, one of the reasons I like to put these videos together is there's just things that the camera can't catch easily in a still photo, like this 6'9" dedicated linen closet right here. Now this has, again, something of a classic concept here in a more modern camper with this split bath design. You're walking through the bathroom, but sort of like a motor home. You've got the sink in one area, and then you've got the toilet and the shower privatized and enclosed in another. That being said, there's plenty of legroom here by that porcelain foot flush stool. Excellent linen cabinet space above that. And this being taller, you've got extra headroom in here. Now, there is a 3-piece sliding glass door for the shower. Evidently, the owners didn't like the fact that it was see-through. I like the see-through nature of it because it makes it look bigger, but they might have felt that they felt a little exposed, a little bit of Adam and Eve exposure going on in there, perhaps. Now, as I showed you when the slide out was closed at earlier in the video, you can see how they put that extra double closet right here in the bedroom slide. And that not only opens up the space so you actually have a nice chunk of room to stand here and get dressed, but frankly, guys, it just makes the whole room look bigger. What also helps, all these windows. And I forgot to open the shade there by the bedside, but you can see the crossbeam. Even the bedside slide window opens for airflow. This is a 50 amp camper. Do you see that ceiling vent above the bed there at the top middle of the screen? You could swap that out for a second drop-in air conditioner. So if you wanted to turn this bedroom into just a straight ice box, you could. As this camper is currently built and equipped, you could use it in its entirety on a 30 amp campsite. So keep in mind, if you do upgrade to a second air, you will have to use a 50 amp site. Right now, you can use this on 50 or 30 and enjoy full function of it. And a big corner closet rounds out the bedroom. And I think we're good. Let's hop outside. I mentioned how this sort of laid the groundwork for the what is called today the Winnebago Mini Plus series of really sharp, jazzy travel trailers. One of the features that persisted through it, because you have to know what you're looking for because they look so dissimilar that you really don't realize how similar they truly are, is the water heater. This has a fifth wheel water heater. It's a 10-gallon gas-electric water heater as opposed to a 6-gallon vessel commonly found in most trailers. Now, like I said when the video opened up, and I always try to shoot people straight. I never try to just butter anything up and church it up. I try to give you the facts, let you understand why we're not asking full book value. We are not asking the suggested book retail value on this camper. We're trying to be fair because of things like this. Look at the R and the A and the V and all the letters in Raven up top here. They're sun cracked. There's no denying it. It's a fact. It's also purely cosmetic. The RV was stored outside. It was not stored under a cover, and that's what's going to happen. So we take things like that into account when we're pricing a camper out. That being said, you take a power washer, frankly, and just blow the Raven word off there, you're never going to know the difference. The tires look good. I don't see anything that scares me on the tires. Mostly they sat parked, so there really hasn't been a lot of regular wear, but I also do not see things like fading, cracking, weather checking, etc. And this has a big fifth wheel suspension on it too. So it's really friendly for parking, but if you are going to tow it, that'll help give you a little bit smoother, better ride. There is storage under the bed. You can access it right from that door right there, and that extended literally choked on thin air. What was I saying? Bedroom closet slide. There we go. and there's a good look at those slide side windows for airflow. Spare tire does not look like it's ever seen either the light of day, nor has it touched the ground. The spare tire cover has seen better days, but that's because it's doing its job. It's doing what it is supposed to. We are going to take a jaunt up on that roof, which is not going to be the smartest decision I've ever made, but this is also not the least expensive purchase you've ever made, and frankly, I think you people deserve to know as much as you can about these things. That's why I put these videos together. So, we talked about the power jack, the power corner jack, so there is no manual cranking, but again, a power awning as well. And I love the fact that it doesn't just clear both entry doors, it clears both doors and the windows beside them. If you've ever camped, then you already know that when the awning is right next to the door, it still tends to spritz a little bit of water in your face. This will help cut down on that dramatically. Now, I never claimed to be smart, so getting up top of a roof like this with snow and ice on it, probably not my crowning achievement in, you know, the world of intelligent life, but that's, you know, why the aliens haven't come back to us. Anyway, my point up here is that everything I see looks good. And even though it's wintertime, I still want to take the extra time and effort so that you folks got to see what it really looked like up here. Everything I see looks good. The original factory seals are still in place. However, you can see how over time they've begun to, you know, dry out a little bit. That's what seals do. You can also see how there was a proper bead of spot sealant put over top of any of those areas, which is also exactly what you're supposed to do. So this is, the seals on this are about halfway through their life cycle. Once those spot seals start to dry up, which my expectation is unless you live in like Florida, Arizona, sun country, you could probably have to go a couple years before you have to deal with like a full peel and seal. But the roof has been clean, conditioned, the termination strips, which is where the roof meets the nose cap, everything up here looks good. I'm, frankly, really happy with what I see out of this. But then again, given the factory, where this came from, the people that work there and the pride they take in their product, even today, you know, as this is kind of morphed into what we call the Winnebago trailers today, I'm not surprised. This is just what these folks do. Huge level of pride there, and an ancient seniority board of workers that just don't change over every month. But maybe this isn't the one for you. Maybe it is. You can give us a call if it is, and if not, we've only got about 500 other options for you here at Haylett RV. So whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, we do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.